Hi everyone, this is Tanya the Lady Strange. This is another collective reading for whomever may this resonate with when you find this for your current time frame experience or weekly energies and overarching energies. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. You're passing through. Either way, thank you for being here. Now, if this message resonates with you, great. If it does not, certainly step away. Not everything is everyone's messages or cup of tea, as they say, or cup of wine, glass of wine. So, with that being said, I pulled cards ahead of time to get an idea of the reading, the energies, but we'll also see what actually comes through. So at this time, this collective, these are the crowning two oracle cards that open the reading and are opening the reading to define the message energies. Now, this is just energies, energetic guidance. They could be predictive or divinatory, depending. Each of our lives looks differently, each of our human life experiences, how we identify what stage of our life we're in, what we're dealing with, what we see internally and externally, and what we feel, what we our perceptions are, and what a clear perspective is, and just how we move and flow through what life deals us. So again, take away what may resonate. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you've liked this message or any of my previous content, as it helps this to others to find this in the logarithm, to find this in the ever unforgiving world of the logarithms. But yes, I find values in others, so if you find value in this, please even give it an emoji in the comments. It would be greatly liked to greatly appreciated for you to even just like this. It does help. So we each do our parts and not be, basically like a lot of the rest of the world is apathetic. So with that being said, the message is opening card you'll see here on the left is from the Haunted Cottage Oracle. That is from Assyrian Shadows Oracle deck. And one of his other oracle decks, the Earth and Bone Oracle. So I'm a big fan of Syrian Shadows deck. So hence the deck stepped forth today, these are the cards that stepped forth. So with the gate here, okay, let's start with the gate. So we have here, with the gate itself, as you can see, an amazing card. So gates are basically conjunctively multiple things. They are thresholds. They are things to step from one part of one's path and journey into the next part of the journey or path, or reaching a part of a stop or a destination. It also is one phase of or stage of life into the next phase, or the building block of what's already been implemented, or what needs to be released and to bring you out to the other side. So, with that being said, you can see here the ghostly figure, and they're standing here and there's light. So, sometimes we see what's on the other side of the gate, and it gives us a clear perspective and perception and sets our minds and our hearts at ease. Often, sometimes we do not, as they can obstruct our full view, and we don't have that certainty that we need in this life. It's often the latter, of course. But it is saying, as this collective that I always read for or connects with my readings and whom it finds when it's meant to find, is very, uses their wisdom in their discernment. That's a big theme of this one. Wisdom, discernment, belief, having faith in oneself, that they're trying and doing the best they can as you can. As you step through these different stages and implement the journey, or embracing a new journey, or probably both, as what this life deals with us, is, and even if you are a spiritualist or you are on a magician, or like myself, a creator or creatrix, or just doing day to day experiences, we all step through those gates. Now, gates are also meant to keep things out and set clear boundaries, and keep ourselves safe and secure and our kingdom, so to say, that which we live in, work with, what we create, our loved ones, our family, our relationships, and our resources, and of course, our own peace of mind, physical, mental, and emotional, and energetic health. So, it's just stating to me because you see where it says higher education and beliefs, of course, and wisdom is use your wisdom and discernment. That's what's going to come up in the tarot in a few moments. But use that. Have faith in yourself, belief in yourself, where you're being guided for, what the path you're on, the journey you're on, your next steps. Not knowing what they may be, know that what is going to come to be is going to come to be regardless. Life's not going to stop for anyone or slow down, so don't necessarily hesitate, but be discernful and rightfully judging, acknowledging your fears, but your intuition, but also the logic of what you have and what you know to be true. This collective always knows what to be true, even if they ignore it more often than not. This is advice for myself, first and foremost. So you have that wisdom from all the experiences you have learned, what you have, your perception perceived of what worked and what doesn't work, and what you want to take with you. So as you step through that gate and you continue to create clear boundaries for yourself, for your current and foreseeable future, that's part of this message, is know that you are safe and protected. You laid the right boundaries. You will continue to enforce those boundaries. However, you will step forth to that next stage, that next phase of initiation, no matter whether or not you practice magic or you're just living your day-to-day life experience, or, like I do, marry the magic with the mundane, as it's all part of the same equation. So, having that faith, learning, continuing to learn, feel the experience, the emotions, the lessons, using the resources, being resourceful, and of course, having that faith and being guided by what you know is right and guiding others to what you know is right, not being indoctrinating others or allowing yourself to be indoctrinated, but just learning. Learning about what pulls you, what allures you, what enlightens you, what fulfills you, and also how you can fulfill others in a mutually respectful or beneficial relationship. So that's what that is. So step over that, get through that gate into the threshold. Continue to learn, evolve, and obtain wisdom from what works and doesn't work. Sorry about my shaky camera. So next is the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, step forth. We have the King of Swords. Well, King of Swords is actually last. We're actually starting off with the King of Cups. So we have the King of Cups. Oh, I can't really get this. Well, this is what you get. So, yeah, little discombobulated. That's what light energy says. So, we actually have the King of Cups was the first tarot card that came out. Now, cups are emotions. They are of perceptions, feelings, energetic flow, relationships. That intuition, what is beneath the surface, the subconscious, the conscious that we see, the water element, what nourishes us. We are creatures for basically, I think 70% of water, maybe more. I don't know the exact ratio, but we are of water. We are of the tides. These are our emotions. Now, the King of Cups is someone that is very emotionally aware and mature through sifting through their emotions, feeling them, acknowledging them, seeing what goes and what doesn't go, and even through that experience of others. But it's also, yeah, you don't have to always have emotional maturity because we're all humans. We all have different experiences and emotions. So it's not to invalidate them, but to embrace them first and foremost. So you're going to continue to and be the one who guides and embraces yourself through your intuition, your emotions, but not repressing them, but feeling them, expressing them in a healthy way, processing and acknowledging them, and of course, just being there and being intuitive person, someone that knows how to wield their intuition and knows how to let them guide them and use it to guide others through these experiences. So that's going to help with the beliefs, belief in what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and your relationships and your experiences, and not letting others invalidate you or make you feel less. It's up to you to fill your own cup, and therefore you can fill others' cups at the same time. Next is the Emperor. Just like that gate, continue to protect your kingdom. The Emperor makes sound, clear, discerning judgment through what is relayed to him, to what he knows, to that higher wisdom that he has. He doesn't waver, neither shall you. You know how to control. You gotta stop being over controlling. Sometimes a lot more flow, like that King of Cups advises the Emperor how to be present, to feel, and not just look at things and make hard, cold decisions, but to stay rooted with the logic and the discernment. To have an effective Emperor, you got to have an effective King of Cups energy and an effective King of Swords. So it's um, basically marrying the heart with the mind, the intuition with the logic, and you see that red on the Emperor. That is basically a aspect that red is the root chakra. Red is fire and passion. So it is root. That's also, to me, this Emperor is very much about fire. So it is water, fire, and air in different perspective kingly elements. So that's authoritarian energy with surety and certainty. So at this time, use them. Protect yourself, protect your energy. Your kingdom is yourself, and knows that you love and what you create around you. Have faith in yourself, have faith in your experience. Move to the next stage. Do your best not to hesitate, but be discerning and be clear, be logical, and first and foremost, be empowered so you can have an effective, empowered experience currently in the present when you see this, and going forward, no matter what your life looks like. We each can live our own lives to what is right for us and our moment to moment experiences, and that's all we have. So, with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay strange.